Alright, equal lower high, pretty much exactly the same, just in reverse, okay? Equal lower highs can appear either in already established downtrends, this is when the market is already trending, or it can be the first sign of a reversal from an uptrend, okay? And again, it consists of a structure break. So we have a structure break, we have a creation of a new lower low in this case, and then we retest the last lower high. Okay, and of course, if we just explore the examples, there is an already established downtrend right there. The market pulls back, it creates a lower high, then it breaks the structure, which confirms this high as strong because it caused the break of structure. And then of course, this is pretty much our lower high. And what the market will do is it's gonna pull back all the way up to create an equal lower high. And then of course, we can expect the new week low to be taken. Okay, as long as we stay below this major high, we're good. Okay, and I immediately put the knowledge to the test. How would a corrective double top look like? Well, from here, the market pushes, but fails to make a new low, pulls back for a corrective double top right there, and then it actually makes the move. And then of course, you can still have an equal lower high, right? They work together, and you're gonna see them also, as you saw in the previous example of the equal high low, we can have them in between. And there is an example with an uptrend. So you have an already established uptrend from the left. The market creates higher highs and higher lows. There is the last break. There is our last higher low formation, which is a strong one. But then the market just breaks below it. Okay, so this is the first sign for potential trend change. So the market turning from bullish to bearish, because we see that the market can be trending up, but there comes a time that it's going to reverse and start trending down. So this pattern right there is the first sign for a potential reversal. And what we have is you just simply mark your highest point right there. The market pulls back all the way up to form an equal lower high, still stays below it, right? Sometimes, again, on rare occasions, as I keep telling you, the market is not perfect. It's gonna wick it, okay? But more on candlesticks and rejections later. Pretty much a little wick above does not mean much, okay? If it still just wicks and immediately closes below, you can say, okay, we have a trend change. Maybe we have a little liquidity grab. We can still look for the short, right? So hopefully this one makes sense. Very simple pattern. Again, if I'm to draw the differentiation, there is a push, there is a pullback. The market tries to push down, fails, pulls back for a double top, and then it breaks structure lower. So there is your corrective double top. It happens before the structure break. And there is your equal lower high. So the market pushes down, pulls back, causes a break of structure, and then it pulls back all the way up and then pushes. Okay, so this is a double top within the trend. Okay, and what can also happen right there, so if after this corrective double top, of course your lower high right now is still this one. So what could happen is the market can again pull back, create an equal high low, and then maybe again create a corrective double top, right? So the pattern within pattern, this is pretty much how the market moves. So I really hope you are understanding those patterns. And of course, at the end of the whole chapter, you're going to have assignments for all of them. So you can, of course, start putting them already together. Make sure to do that. If you spot some equal lower highs, equal higher lows, corrective double tops and bottoms, make sure to take note of them because you are going to show me later. Let's look at a little example right here. So I have once again, I really always try to show you how the market is not perfect and how we can implement all the foundational knowledge that we're just learning to really just flow with the market and to see it effortlessly. So what we have right here is a massive pump to the downside. We have a nice pullback. The market tries to push lower, fails to make a new lower low, and then it pulls back. And what it does, as I told you, sometimes it's gonna create a very little wick, right? So you can see this is the high. We did not close above the high with a body close. We just wicked it once, wicked it twice, and then we went for a new lower low. So where is currently our major lower high? It's this one. This is the highest point of the pullback before we broke the structure. What does the market do? It pulls back all the way up to create an equal lower high, and then it flushes to the downside. So what you have right here, as you can see, what I advise you to do is just mark it like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then just take this drawing away, and then you can see how perfectly actually we have the corrective double top, break, and then we have an equal lower high, and then a break, okay? If you even zoom in on the details, again, we're going to speak more about wicks and really how to understand. This is also going to be in the next module. But what we can see right there is with the wicks is that we have a double top right there within those wicks. So this is the 4 hourly time frame. The market pushes higher, rejects, opens, rejects the top and pushes lower and then starts to trade down. So what happens is traders think right now that we have a double top right there. Okay, but what happens later is the market pulls back all the way up. And what did I tell you about double tops? They tend to get faked. So if we just draw the highest point of the double top right there, we can see that it just faked it a little bit, created actually the equal lower high, retested the supply, which we're going to learn more about, and then from there we just massively dumped. But you can also see pattern within pattern within pattern. And of course, our biggest advantage is that we're in a downtrend. So we keep shorting. Okay, so this one was a great example. Let me show you one more, which is also very nice. So again, this is very clear trending markets. Right now, I wanted to show you again. So we were in an uptrend. As I keep telling you, the market decides to actually stop the uptrend and decides to reverse. So we have a potential trend change. The market pushes, it pulls back, not the best pullback right there, but it's still valid. We still pulled back, we stayed right there. We then caused a structure break. So we broke the structure. And then what happens? We pull back, we try to create a lower high, we try to push, we fail. We try to push again, we fail. You can see the wicks. The wicks price has been here, but it has rejected all the way up. Has been here, rejected once again. So then we can see pretty much that this is liquidity being formed right now, which you're going to learn soon. And of course, where is our lower high? It's right there. I personally took this wick right here. What the market does, sharply goes into it to create an equal lower high. And then guess what? The market drops. So there is an equal lower high, push, pull back, push, maybe a little bit of slowdown, but then at the end. So yeah, it can also look like this. So you can have a pullback, you can have a little push, maybe a little pullback, little push, then tap and go. Okay, so this one is still equal. This one is still equal lower high. It just built up a little bit of liquidity at right here within the range, but more on that later. And then you're going to actually learn how to increase the probability of those patterns. Then if we carry on, the market pulls back, then it creates a massive push to the downside. There is the structure break. We can spot slightly bit of corrective double top right there. Where is our major high right now? Well, it's this one, or you can also take this one, but the market pulls back, pulls back, and then it just drops, creates a new structure break. So where is our major high? It's this one. The market initiates lower, pulls back, tries to push lower, it fails, pulls back. What is this? It's a corrective double top. Okay, there it is, pattern within pattern. Then after the corrective double top, what do we do? And again, guess what? Let me bring something to your attention. Look at that wick right there. So this was the high of the potential double top. The market created this wick also, so it rejected. There were a lot of people entering sales. Where are their stop losses? Above, and then the market just liquidates them, and then it actually causes a break of structure. After the break of structure, what is our major high? What is the highest point of a pullback before the break? It's this wick. So what the market does, push, pull back all the way into the lower high, and then we just carry on to the downside. So you can see again, equal lower high right there. Corrective double top, break of structure right there. So we have potentially, yeah, depends on how you trade this one. Maybe you get stop loss. It doesn't matter because it breaks. Then you know, okay, cool, my lower high is right there. I'm looking for shorts right now. Then you have an equal lower high, very high probability setup. You take your short right there, you target the new week low, and you just bank your profits. Okay, so hopefully the equal lower high is clear, the equal higher low is clear, and I would actually motivate you to go ahead right now, as your knowledge is fresh right now of both the corrective and the equal structures. Go and practice them and find 2 of each pattern. 2 of each. The more you find, the better. The more pictures you submit, the better. And those assignments are not for me, those are for you. Right? Because I really want you to put in the work to really spot the patterns. Of course, I'm going to evaluate them, but you put this work for yourself in order to really learn the patterns, learn to spot them on the charts, and really incalculate your knowledge. Because just looking at my charts right now, you're like, okay, it makes sense. It looks perfect, beautiful, I get it. But when you actually go to the live charts, it might get tricky. So right now, I urge you to start spotting double top, traditional double tops, double bottoms, corrective ones, and equal ones. 2 of each. Let's get to work.